Difficulty losing weight despite genuine effort can be one of the most discouraging and confusing experiences for anyone striving to improve their health. You follow the diet, exercise regularly, and still the scale refuses to move, or worse, it fluctuates up and down without explanation. This plateau, though common, is not just about calories or willpower. It's a biological warning sign that the body's metabolic system is adapting, slowing, or becoming resistant to the changes you're trying to make. Often, it signals that the deeper regulators of energy, insulin, cortisol, thyroid hormones, and leptin, are out of balance, preventing the body from releasing stored fat efficiently. In other words, your body is trying to protect itself by holding on to energy, perceiving your efforts as a form of stress rather than renewal. The warning here is that persistent weight loss resistance, especially when accompanied by fatigue, cravings, or increased abdominal fat, can be an early sign of insulin resistance or hormonal dysregulation. When blood sugar levels fluctuate too frequently due to hidden sources of refined carbohydrates or insufficient fiber, the body responds by raising insulin, a hormone that promotes fat storage. Over time, cells stop responding properly to insulin's signal, meaning that glucose and fat are less efficiently burned for energy. This leads to stubborn fat retention, even with calorie restriction. At the same time, chronic stress or sleep deprivation elevates cortisol, which tells the body to store fat, particularly around the waist, while breaking down muscle, the very tissue needed to boost metabolism. Many people in this situation are not overeating. Rather, their hormonal environment has shifted toward energy conservation instead of energy release. The positive side is that this kind of metabolic stagnation can absolutely be reversed, but it requires a shift from short-term calorie control to long-term metabolic nourishment. The key is to eat in a way that reduces insulin spikes and improves satiety, signaling to your body that it is safe to burn stored energy again. Focus on fiber-rich, low-glycemic foods that digest slowly and stabilize blood sugar. Whole grains such as oats, barley, and quinoa should replace refined carbs like white rice or pasta. Legumes, lentils, chickpeas, and black beans are especially powerful because they contain both protein and soluble fiber, which keep you full longer and help regulate hunger hormones. Include nuts and seeds daily. Their healthy fats and minerals improve satiety and support hormonal balance. High-fiber cereals in the morning can prevent midday cravings by creating a gradual energy release, keeping both appetite and mood stable. Incorporating strength training is another essential step in breaking through a plateau. Many people focus solely on cardio, which burns calories during exercise but does little to raise resting metabolism. Muscle tissue, on the other hand, acts like an internal furnace. The more you build and maintain, the more energy you burn even at rest. Resistance exercises such as squats, lunges, push-ups, or weightlifting not only tone the body but also increase insulin sensitivity, making it easier for your body to switch from storing fat to using it. Combine this with moderate aerobic exercise like brisk walking or swimming for cardiovascular health. Aim for at least 2 to 3 strength sessions per week, paired with daily movement of any kind, walking after meals, taking the stairs, or light stretching before bed. These consistent, small actions retrain your metabolism to stay active throughout the day. Nutrition and movement alone are not enough if your sleep and stress levels are out of control. Chronic stress sends continual danger signals to the body, keeping cortisol elevated and preventing fat breakdown. Try to integrate moments of calm into your daily routine, deep breathing, mindful breaks, or even 5 minutes of slow stretching between tasks. Sleep, too, is a cornerstone of weight regulation. When you consistently get less than 7 hours of sleep, your hunger hormones, ghrelin and leptin, become imbalanced. You feel hungrier even when you've eaten enough, and your body becomes more efficient at storing fat. To counter this, create a consistent bedtime schedule, reduce screen time an hour before sleep, and avoid late-night snacks that disrupt digestion and metabolism. Another often overlooked factor is hidden sugar and refined starches that sabotage progress. Even foods marketed as healthy, flavored yogurts, low-fat dressings, smoothies, and energy bars can contain enough sugar to spike insulin. Carefully reading labels and choosing whole, minimally processed foods allows your metabolism to rest and recover from constant spikes. Adding more non-starchy vegetables like broccoli, cauliflower, kale, and spinach at every meal not only increases fiber, but also supplies micronutrients that improve cellular energy production. Hydration also plays a major role. Dehydration slows metabolism, reduces exercise efficiency, and can even mimic hunger. Drinking water consistently throughout the day, rather than in large and frequent amounts, keeps digestion smooth and energy steady. Replace sugary or artificially sweetened drinks with herbal teas or water infused with lemon, cucumber, or mint. A well-hydrated body metabolizes fat more effectively and helps flush out the byproducts of fat breakdown. The warning is simple yet powerful. If your weight has stopped responding to reasonable effort, it's not a sign to push harder, restrict more, or punish yourself with excessive exercise. It's a sign to listen more closely to your body's signals and rebalance its internal chemistry. A plateau is not failure, it's feedback. It means your current routine has achieved all it can under existing conditions, and now the next step is to focus on hormonal repair, nutrient quality, and lifestyle recovery. The good news is that once balance is restored, progress resumes naturally. Within a few weeks of eating more fiber-rich, low-glycemic meals, incorporating strength training, managing stress, and prioritizing sleep, the body begins to shift gears. Hunger becomes more predictable, energy stabilizes, and fat loss restarts without extreme measures. Sustainable weight loss comes not from constant restriction, but from creating a metabolism that works with you rather than against you. Every nutrient-dense meal, every resistance workout, every hour of restful sleep moves you closer to that state of equilibrium. So, if you find yourself fighting a silent battle with a stubborn scale, take it as an opportunity, not a defeat. It's your body's way of asking for balance, not punishment. By rebuilding that balance through nourishment, patience, and strength-based activity, you can break through the plateau and set the stage for long-term metabolic health and lasting energy stability.